Hello and welcome to Sunday School. Now I've got a question for you. Have you ever been told off by your teachers for talking? So maybe you've been so excited about something you were doing, or there was something you just really wanted to tell your neighbour on your table, and you were just talking away, and then you noticed the teacher's getting a bit upset, maybe sitting there waiting for you to finish, and the end says, "Will you stop talking?" So have you ever had that happen to you? I think I've had it happen to me in the past. Well, today for Sunday School, I thought we could talk about this passage in the Bible. It's going to appear on the screen. It says that we should never stop praying, never stop talking to God our Father. Pray continually, pray without stopping, pray without ceasing. Lots of different ways of saying the same thing. Now that's something that we saw Jesus do a lot of. When he was in the middle of whatever he was doing, he'd often take himself away, go and find a quiet place and spend some time talking to his Father. Now you might find it a bit scary to think about this idea of praying without stopping. In fact, you might be thinking, how will I ever get anything else done? If I was just praying all day, then how would I ever do anything else? Well, today what I thought we could talk about is that it's not always about sitting still, eyes closed, hands together. There are lots of ways that you can pray. Sometimes you can pray by just lighting a candle and spending a little time in silence. Sometimes you can pray by drawing a picture, or there's a video that I've got coming up in a moment where they're going to show you how you can make some slime, some gloop that you can model with. And in that video, they're talking about how you can even use that slime or that gloop to pray. So rather than it being, I've got to be sitting in a church or sitting very still and praying, what we want you to think about is there are lots of different ways that you could talk to God. But remember, one of the reasons why it says in the Bible, pray without stopping, is that God always loves to hear from you. And there could be lots of things that you want to talk about. Maybe you want to say thank you for things that have happened that have been good. Or maybe you want to say that there are some things on your mind that you'd like to have his help with. There's lots of different things that we can pray about. Maybe you want to pray for other people that you know. So prayer isn't always the same thing every time you do it. So why don't we watch this video on how we can make gloop, slime, and how we can even use that to pray. And then there's a song that I'd like you to hear afterwards. So let's see the video.
Hi, I'm Sarah, welcome to Make and Pray, and today we're going to have a go at making our very own Play-Doh or slime. So what we're going to need is we'll need some corn flour, some conditioner and a bowl to mix it in. That's it. And a spoon would be helpful too. So first of all, we are going to get our corn flour. Now we're going to use 2 parts corn flour to 1 part conditioner. So you can measure it out however you like, depending on how much Play-Doh or slime that you'd like. So I'm just going to use a tablespoon. So I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of the corn flour, kind of heaped tablespoons. And then to this, I'm going to add 1 heaped tablespoon of conditioner. It's really important to remember that this isn't edible, so it's not something that we can eat. It's just for us to play with. And also, a real benefit of using the conditioner is that it smells really nice. So there we go, 1 heaped tablespoon of the conditioner. And now, all we do is mix it together. So it can take a little while for the mixture to come together, and sometimes it's best to get our hands in, just stuck into the bowl to squish it around. This can be quite messy, so it could be an idea to maybe do it outside as well. So you just want to mix it together really well. Another thing that you can do if you want to is you could add a tablespoon of cocoa powder to give you like a mud effect, or you can add different food colourings as well to change the colour. I've just gone with the plain white here, but you can be as creative as you like with it as well. So there we go, it's started to kind of come together a bit more now, you can see that. So keep mixing, it turns into like a paste really. There we go. And depending on what you are trying to create, you can add more or less conditioner. So if you want it to be really slimy, add a bit more conditioner than 1 tablespoon. If you'd like it to be more like a Play-Doh, maybe add a slightly bit more corn flour to it. So there we go, it's all mixed together now. And now the best thing to do is just to get your hand in and pull the rest of it together, getting all the bits from the side. You can see that we've created this kind of Play-Doh slime type clay. You can roll it together. And what I would like us to do or think about as we're playing with this is maybe just to create a prayer. So prayer is just a way of talking to God. And we can talk to God about anything. It might be things that we're thankful for. It might be things that we're struggling with. It might be a question that we have for him. But sometimes we can find it hard to put that into words. So actually, when we make something or just make a model without having to talk about it or write it down, it can help us actually communicate better. So prayer doesn't always have to look like talking. Sometimes it can look like just thinking quietly. Sometimes it can look like making a model. Sometimes it could look like writing a song or being active, doing some kind of dance. It's just communicating to God. And we can do this in so many different ways. So I am going to make a model of a cake, because I have been doing quite a lot of baking recently, and I've been really thankful for being able to do that and to do that with my little boy, who's really enjoyed it as well. So I'm thankful for being able to do some baking and some making. So why don't you have a go at making something? It could be anything, but use it as a way of communicating to God, of talking to him through whatever it is that you choose to make with your slime or Play-Doh. And also, if you leave it out, once you've made it, if you leave it out in the air, it goes really rock solid. So you can then keep your model, and it can be a reminder of the thing that you were wanting to talk to God about. So I hope you have fun. I hope you enjoy this messy, fun activity, and we will see you again soon.
So how about that? Who'd have known that you could make gloop with just 2 ingredients, corn flour and hair conditioner? I didn't know that before I watched the video. So I hope you have some fun making that gloop and using it to create models, and that even as you're moulding things, you can be praying and you can mould it into a shape that represents what you're wanting to talk to God about this week. So to finish with, there's a song that I found that is great, and it talks about exactly what we've been talking about today. I Can Pray. So let's listen to that song now.